Hey there, and welcome back to Swept at the convergence of AI and Web3. Today we are going to take a look at Near protocol. Near is one of those L1s, EVM compatible. It's proof of stake that, yeah, of course, it supports the development of any decentralized applications, a dApp. But nowadays, or maybe always has, been focused on supporting AI applications. Yeah, we'll take a look here and start by looking at the token. It's up here. It's the number one top AI token in the category. I think it's like number 50 or 40 all time. It's number 37 on the total on all of the cryptos in the world with a $3.8 billion market cap. That's pretty impressive. $3.8 billion on $240 million of 24-hour volume. Priced at around $3.21 right now. We'll see what the price action has been like over the years. Yeah, of course, it's cratered out in the past week, just like everything. It has not been immune to that. No token has truly been immune to it. But over the course of the past 3 months, we see it's kind of followed the same trend line that so many others have, many other majors and altcoins have. There was this liquidity spike towards the end of November, which was great to see, but then it all just went away. There was this ranginess through December and through middle of January until where we're at right now, in the second week now, first week of February. But all time, we should take a look here. Now, this chart is not perfectly representative of what an ICO type of chart would look like. It almost is. There is that initial bump and then a huge spike up. I think it spiked up to like $20 at the peak. Yeah, just about $20. And then it falls precipitously. Again, just like every other token, it wasn't immune to that liquidity crunch, of course, after what happened with Luna and then FTX. There was the bottoming out around $1. So if you bought it at $1, you'd still be up around 3x today. But that range was good. I mean, this has been a fairly well performing token. It hasn't it hasn't totally bottomed out. Like, there's still quite a bit of activity on there. It's not just for traders. There's a lot of things that people within the ecosystem are actually using this token for, which is nice to see. It's not just some token to have a token. There's actually stuff to do with it. And one of those things that they're going to be doing with the token is what we're going to be talking about now, which is their new AI agent fund from the Near Foundation. They're funding basically development of applications using artificial intelligence on Near. Presumably that's going to be paid for with Near tokens. This is a $20 million fund sponsored by the Near Foundation. So they're kind of recognizing, identifying, and acting upon this situation in the market now where AI has become the new blue ocean. Maybe Near was ahead of the curve on this one, which is why they're in the position that they are today. But AI is definitely a blue ocean. We see that with the literal billions of dollars that are being invested in the sector over the next few years, with that $500 billion investment from President Trump, and the billions of dollars being invested in other AI private investments in AI programs. Of course, like I said, Near itself, the token is a $3.8 billion token. That should be proof positive that there's quite a bit going on with AI. And now with this $20 million investment fund, they're going to be seeding the next generation of dApps, AI dApps. Presumably it'll be all the dApps that are built on Near Foundation that are related to AI. Now you might be saying $20 million isn't that much, but put yourself in the shoes of a brand new startup that needs seed funding. They need money to not necessarily to pay themselves, but to simply keep the lights on, to buy the equipment that they need, and to have an office, an on-premises spot to house that equipment. That could be $300,000, and that runway could last them for a year. Or it could be the capex that they need to buy that equipment, and then they just run it on the back end, and those back-end costs like electricity, utilities, things like that, those aren't going to be $1 million a year. Now, they could raise $1 million, they could raise $3 million, but that runway would last them quite a bit of time. So if you're the Near Foundation and you're announcing this AI agent fund, you're saying we'll give $500,000 on average to 40 different startups that are building on Near, and maybe 2 of them will be successful, and of those 2, they will be $100 million applications, and that benefits the Near Foundation, even just having $100 million. So you have a $20 million investment that turns into what, $200-300 million in the long run over the next couple of years. That's pretty good return on investment for the Near Foundation. So let's dive into what this investment or what this announcement says. Normally, I'm not going to cover these types of things too much, but I wanted to cover this one again. I did the Aether fund, $100 million fund on Avalanche, just to illustrate that these foundations are spending money on development to get these applications on their protocols. So Near Foundation is proud to announce the inaugural Near AI Agent Fund, which will focus on scaling development of fully autonomous and verifiable agents built on Near technology. So again, it'll be all the dApps, AI dApps that are built with Near, and probably using Nightshade as well. That would go hand in hand with it. The $20 million liquid fund will be deployed on-chain over the next few months into agent tokens powering novel decentralized use cases. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe they're going to be swapping Near for AI tokens on chain on Near. So maybe they've launched already, which would also be an interesting development. Not necessarily seeding, but supporting live projects. That's a new approach that you don't see too often. Just talking about recent surge in mindshare, AI agents. The Web3 agent design space will continue to expand, and the Near Foundation AI Agent Fund will help builders accelerate ideas that are uniquely possible on Near. So the foundation is looking to invest in agent tokens that push the boundaries of on-chain agentic design space beyond the basic social poster agents. They'll explore working with ecosystems like Sky and Frax. I think Sky here is Maker. It's the rebrand of Maker, but I could be wrong on that. I'll have to check on it. Frax, which has its own vibrant ecosystem that has been built over a few years. You might know Frax from the Frax stablecoin, and of course FXS. It is kind of a semi-algorithmic stablecoin, but they've managed to survive and make a very thriving ecosystem. And more on accelerating the launch of novel use cases powered by AI agents that can unlock new flows of value. Okay. Well, this looks like a pretty standard investment fund, and I think that over the course of the next few months we will see exactly what they've been buying, and then over the course of the next year or two, we might go bearish, but those projects that survive at the beginning and through the middle of the bear are the ones that are likely to thrive later on, the ones that Near Foundation has invested in with this fund. Again, don't expect every single one of the projects that they buy to like moon. I seriously doubt that's going to happen. It's not a spray and pray type of thing either. They're hopefully going to be vetting the projects that they buy on the merits of the project themselves. But we'll see. We'll take a look into this more as more updates come through. I'm sure that there will be a running list of projects that are invested in through this fund, and we'll share some new updates with you then. Thanks a lot.